Alright guys, I want to talk a little bit about some of the new tank experiences you might be going through. I recently had a small breakout of some parasites. Sort of hard to see on camera. Most of them are gone now, but yeah, you can't really see them. There's some white, very small white spots I noticed on most of the glass. Also some small planaria worms, I think. We're also kind of wriggling on the glass. Very, very small. You may not even see them if you're not looking at your tank for hours on end like me. But I'm always looking real close up. Just taking some observations. Because these things can happen quick, you know. Those parasites reproduce very quickly and can take over your tank pretty fast. So what I did was well, actually, I think the other type was like a copod or cyclops, sort of small bug-like thing. If you can see, it just looks like a spot. That might be something there, but looks like a spot, white spot when you're far away. You might have to get like a microscope or magnifying glass to see sort of what it looks like. And those bugs and worms are feeding on algae and uneaten food. So even though that there's no nitrates in this water from the plants taking all that up, there's still a lot of stuff breaking down. You know, the dirt, the dead leaves decomposing, and food actually too. I was feeding the fish at that point. They may not have been eating as much because they're new. So that was kind of stressful when I first saw them. Really wasn't sure what to think, and I did some research. Some people say they're actually a sign of a healthy tank. It's just one of those, another part of the small ecosystem we have here. And what you can do to get rid of those, I wipe down the glass with, even with the bugs and worms or whatever on there. Because there was a buildup of some brown algae that I didn't really notice just by looking at the tank, but after wiping it, it was all over the paper towel, so that might have been what they were attracted to. I also did some water changes. Always do a water change when in doubt. I took it down about 25%, and I did 2 of those within 2 days while siphoning the bottom with the same siphon that I usually use. It's about, usually it's like a 2-inch wide siphon, but I cut that part off and made it smaller so I could get in between these plants. And I don't stick it in the gravel, I just hover over the gravel, picking up uneaten food, you know, whatever may be hanging out on top of the gravel, because those bugs were kind of hanging out everywhere on the plants, gravel, and they were gone within a few days. I just tried not to look because it kept freaking me out. So it's just one of the new tank uglies, as stages as some people call them. Just like the snails, those have pretty much gone away as well. I've been taking them out with these tweezers here, because the snails, they usually climb up to right about here or something. I just go in there, smash them, and pick them out. I was going to get an assassin snail, but I heard they only eat about 1 snail a day, so if I can smash 2 snails a day, it's worth not getting them. And I've been smashing any snail I see. I think that's the best way, just by brute force, to getting rid of those. I've seen some ram's horn snails in here now, along with the pond snails. None on the walls right now. I'm sure there's eggs in there somewhere, so It's just an ongoing process. Assassin snails might eliminate better, but I think I'm keeping it under control pretty well. One other thing I noticed was some worms, some pretty large worms in the gravel areas. They were just kind of sticking their heads out and squirming. I had no idea what it was. Um, I looked it up. It's probably some sort of tubifex or black worm, although it was pinkish in color. It was about an inch or two long. Sort of disgusting, but Cory cats feed on those types of things, so I haven't seen them since. Maybe they ate it. There were a few of them in there, but nothing to worry about. Just like the snails, just like the parasites. It's just one of those stages everyone goes through. A lot of us don't even notice it, and most of the time it's harmless. It's just do water change, let it pass. Just like all the other pests, like the snails and stuff, it's usually from just unclean substrate. So use that siphon and get whatever's on the gravel. So that's just some tips that I've been experiences I've had lately. Thanks for watching.